You are not going to put a spot and stalk hunt on a whitetail down here.
I'd say the biggest challenge about hunting Texas whitetail is their cover. They have a tremendous amount of cover.
The way to hunt down here is to get in a blind, either an elevated box blind or a pop-up blind on the ground, set up at an intersection of a couple of senderos, and just hope and wait for a buck to come out and present himself. What's the plan?
Well, walk right down here. We're gonna sit in the deer stand here and see how it goes. The neat thing about hunting in South Texas down here is you get to see a variety of game. Nowhere else that I've been is quite like it.
The place was just alive with activity.
He's got really good G3s.
He does. He just doesn't have the mass and the width yet.
What is that? Is that a hog?
It's a heavily.
I've never seen one before.
We truly had great seats to a great show. We saw a tremendous amount of deer.
We got to see some young bucks square off and spar, and that's the coolest thing. I know a lot of guys who've been hunting their whole lives have never witnessed that in the deer woods.
That's worth the price of admission right there.
Look at that. We watched some young bucks sparring. The javelinas were darting at each other. So we got to see some really neat stuff. We saw a beautiful buck that we called 11, and he ran with his buddy, which was a 7-pointer, so that was 7-11, and we saw 7-11 multiple times.
Kind of a small, young raghorn 7, and then it was a really nice 4-year-old 11-point that, man, we were absolutely lusting after. We wanted that buck.
What about that 11-point?
It's a younger deer.
A younger deer. How young?
I think he's 4.5.
Not a shooter.
Now he's got a couple years to go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, he's going to be a dandy.
He's pretty.
Really nice.
We spent a lot of time looking at him, but he just was not on the menu, so in the end we had to pass. But being a whitetail hunter, we still appreciated looking at him. Well, we get down to the 11th hour here. We're 0 for Texas right now. We've got one more sit tonight, and I'm really hoping and praying that it comes together for Lisa.
Lisa.
Oh yeah, he's a dandy.
Escape to the Wild is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Boilermakers. We represent the best of North America. The International Union of Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers. Since 1865, training and representing the best hands in the masonry business. And by the Union Sportsmen's Alliance. TRCP's Union Sportsmen's Alliance, extending union benefits to the woods and water. Learn more at unionsportsman.org.
Well, you know, when we came down here to Texas, we had one mission and one mission only, and that was to get Elisa Posey a buck. We hunted hard. We spent long hours on the stand, and we watched and we waited. We saw a lot of deer activity, but we really didn't see a shooter.
Anytime you go somewhere and you hunt and you are unsuccessful as far as being able to harvest an animal, you know, it is disappointing because that's your main goal and that's your main focus while you're there. But as we went along, you stretch your time out a little further and it's getting a little closer to the end and it still hadn't happened. But you know, you got to keep that optimism, and if it's the Lord's will, it's going to happen.
Hold on just a second. I hate the thought of you going home from Texas without a buck. So I've got something from our good friends at Buck Nuts that I'd like you to have.
Oh wow, look at this. Oh look.
Got your own gut hook.
Look, here we go, here we go. This is wonderful.
That's their Ergo Hunter, and I want you to take a close look at it.
Oh, it's got my name on it. It's got my name on it, look.
Uh-huh. Just a little takeaway for you. Like I said, I didn't want you to go home from Texas without your buck. Now you got your buck.
This is incredible. Thank you, Buck Knives. It was very thoughtful. I love this.
Well, we get down to the 11th hour here. Our guide Brad found a spot that a nice buck was using it. It looked like it was going to be at least a shooter. So we came in, put all in here this morning. We're 0 for Texas right now. We've got one more sit tonight, and I'm really hoping and praying that it comes together for Elisa.
There's a young buck right there. He's just hanging around.
You know, they're outside.
Elisa, look.
Let's go back in the brush. Stop. No.
Oh my gosh, he didn't hang around long, did he?
No.
Was that him?
Yeah, that was him.
That was the buck. He's a big body deer.
Or do you think he'll come back out?
He might come across back out there.
Okay.
The wind's not real good for that, though. No. Well, let's just wait and see what happens.
You know, it's not over till it's over, and it's sure not over till the fat lady sings, and I hadn't hit a note yet, so I was laying in the gap. I was not gonna give up.
We were really down to the 11th hour, and it is do or die. It's make or break. You can use all the sports analogies you want. Well, we're down to the last hour. We're losing light, and maybe it's not going to happen.
Oh, look at there, the brush.
Look, I see him. Is that our guy?
That's him.
You're sure that's our guy?
That's him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. He's a dandy. How far is that, Brad? About 120 yards. Okay. 25 yards.
You got him.
You got him.
He's hit.
Yep.
I got him.
You got him. Awesome. Way to go, bro. Right there, when we were up against it, and it looks like it's not going to happen, out steps Mr. Big. And there he was, broadside. She made an absolute perfect shot on him.
And as we say in Flat Rock, Alabama, I poured it on him, let the air out of it. I'm telling you, this is the icing on the cake.
Look, there he is right there.
Oh, look at there, girl. Look at there. Oh. Oh, he's a nice buck. Oh, wow. Wow. Isn't that something? Oh, congratulations.
Long way waiting.
Oh, that's a long time coming right there.
We were up for the challenge. We were very excited about it, and the very idea that we took all of the factors, even the difficult ones, threw them all together, and came out with a deer to take home. It was elation. I think that's the closest I could get to it, is elation.
He's got a little character, doesn't he?
Yeah, that means he's rough and tough. In Alabama, we like rough and tough deer. If he's breaking something off, he's a fighter.
Uh-huh.
He's
Wow.
a union buck.
Big old
Okay.
mature deer.
Tell us about this deer here, Brad.
This deer is about the average size you can expect as a management buck. He's old, he's just past his prime. These are the kind of deer that you need to take out of the herd.
To be able to take home a piece of Texas with me, it has just been incredible.
What do you think of her? She did good, didn't she?
She did very well.
Her moment of truth came and
Yeah,
she
she
shined,
did.
absolutely
Yeah.
shined, didn't
Perfect.
she? Made a great shot, one-shot kill. That is something to be proud of. I've worked with a lot of winners. You mentioned different names and it brings different things to mind. You mentioned the name Elisa Posey. I think fiercely independent, doggedly determined. A pit bull in pigtails. That's what I've spent my time with in the last 4 or 5 days. And I've had the time of my life. I can't remember when I've laughed harder than I've had over the last few days, but she makes a pretty good hunting buddy, and I wouldn't change that for anything.
This has gone beyond a trip of a lifetime or a hunt of a lifetime. I can honestly say this has been an experience of a lifetime from beginning to end.
This is your rifle, girl. This is Compliments of Beretta USA. That's your brand new Sako A7.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm totally serious, yeah.
Are you really serious?
This has been one big ruse. You've been set up.
I want to say that baby thing. You know how they kill something and everyone goes, yeah, baby.
Stay tuned for more Escape to the Wild.
Now she's taking my lines. That's my line. I'm looking for the off button here. She just rolled.